Check one, check two, check one, check two. If you live in the building, we somewhere everywhere. We on Facebook, we on YouTube, we on Twitch. For all you video gamers, we out here. All right, so if you brand new to this, then welcome, of course. This is the BBW Happy Hour. Happy Hour is our live stream. Whenever we record our Beers, Bourbon, Whiskey podcast episodes, after we get done recording for the day, then we go live and we talk a little shit, man. So
and we happy.
We happy. We definitely happy.
We're definitely happy in this motherfucker.
You see how many bottles are up here? So those are as many episodes as we've done so far. So please excuse me if I'm slurring, but welcome.
You.
Right. All right, man. So let's do it, dog. This is the Beers, Bourbon, Whiskey podcast Happy Hour, dog. The whole gang is in the building. Got my man Angry Principal off camera.
What's up?
Got my man Bo in the building.
I'll say.
And of course, man, it's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205, man. So right now, we ain't gonna talk a whole lot about whiskey and bourbon because you got to check us out every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to check out those episodes. But what we are gonna do is talk a little shit
and drink.
And drink. Obviously, we gonna drink. It's happy hour, so we gonna talk about some shit that I'm happy about first. That's the motherfucking Lions. We got to talk about the Lions a little bit, dog. So I'm excited about the Lions. Don't know how far we go as far as like playoffs and all that stuff. I'm excited about.
I want them to win a playoff game.
I do. You know what? I'm sorry. Before we get into the playoffs, have y'all seen Bye Bye Barry?
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Did you see
I
it?
hadn't watched it yet.
You haven't watched it.
He still didn't really answer the question.
He still didn't really answer the question.
He kind of hinted at it a little bit.
He
didn't come out and say this is why.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I felt like he leaving the door open for something. I guess like he just one of them dudes. Like after seeing this documentary, I don't think that I know a person who is as humble as he is. It almost don't seem real. Like who are you, dog? Like you Barry Sanders, bro. Like he had like I don't know.
I don't want to give it away.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to go.
I give it away because I don't know if I want.
I got to talk about the one part though. Like Barry Sanders, old man, he was mad. Like he was mad.
He went to Oklahoma State.
But like later in his pro career, when he decided not to go for the record.
Oh yeah.
His old man was mad. He was pissed. You know what I mean?
He
was like, but you know, records never been important to Barry. Like he just doesn't care about them. You know, when he left his MVP trophy at Kevin Lomas Brown's house, like the entire season. Right. He gave him MVP, whatever. You know, he brought it over. And he's like, yeah. And he was like, Barry got up and left, and like he never mentioned it again. It just sat at my house for the entire year.
No, he really don't care about personal accomplishments. Like he truly don't.
While he was playing, this man had a bank out in Oklahoma that he owned.
A bank.
He owned a bank.
I did not know
out
that.
of Oklahoma.
Shit,
so he wasn't hurting for money.
For sure.
He was not hurting for money at all. So when he left, it was like, okay, I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of getting beat up for nothing. Yeah. I got this money over here. My money's working for me. Right. I'm not even there, and it's working for me. Yeah. He had the right to leave.
No, for sure, and I get that.
Yo,
I guess I wanted him to say that.
Yeah,
he didn't say it.
He didn't say that.
You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted him to say.
I mean, remember he just made nice with the Lions.
He did say this though.
Don't go in and say stuff that might mess up your money.
Yeah. He was like, you know, if we had got beat the week before or something like that, you know, I didn't really see us, you know, competing much that season or whatever it was, you know. And he said that's when he sent in the facts. Or had his agent send in the facts or whatever.
A fax.
Right. Yeah, a fax.
First of all, I just want y'all to understand that this man retired via fax.
Hey.
That's the gangster shit right there, though.
Yeah.
But like I don't think I've ever seen a person in sports like that humble. Like realistically, it almost like looking at it, it's almost hard to tell if he played football for himself or because he thought that his old man would be happy about it. Like you can't tell because like he don't really show a lot of emotion.
Barry got some daddy issues.
Yeah,
Barry had some daddy issues.
I think so.
You know, rest in peace to his old man. But
sure.
Yeah, he had a couple daddy issues.
At least his father was there.
Yeah, he was there.
He was.
Had that influence. So
but you got to tell he was kind of chasing his dad's approval.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
You can tell. Yeah, for sure.
Which is. Yeah,
I think we all do.
We all do.
Yeah, I think we all do.
Right? You know, you would just think like, here this man is an elite athlete, probably the best in the world. He is the best in the world. What he does,
for sure.
You know, and he still won't dad to give him that recognition. You know what I mean?
That's wild, right?
Yeah.
That's a whole other conversation, I guess.
But I get kids all the time talking all this stuff about different running backs. I'm like, just go to YouTube and look at Barry Sanders.
You got to understand.
And the next day they come back like, oh, you were right.
Bro,
that's how good this guy was.
For sure. For sure. On a team, and I hate to say it because this is my hometown team, but on a team that didn't deserve him. They didn't deserve him, dog. And just like, and I can understand like what he's saying, like he putting in all this effort. They losing, but then they have a glimmer of hope, and then you trade the whole fucking team. Like you let everybody go, you don't pay nobody. It's like, what exactly are you doing? Yeah. And I've been feeling like that a lot, which is the reason why Megatron left. The same shit. Like it's like, again, we always say
his body started saying, "Hey, you need to sit down."
For sure, and because like what you doing it for, right?
Right.
And like with Ford, it's like I don't know it. I can't say that they really give a shit about the team. Like they make money so many other places, and we keep buying tickets. So it's like,
why?
Like, why would you? Why would you change? I mean, so yeah. So I don't know.
So Scott Mitchell, you see the tweet he sent out,
bro?
Like Scott,
he was in his field. He was in his field
because it was this one part in there. When him, Barry, and Wayne Fontes was talking, right?
Yeah.
You know, and Wayne Fontes was just like, man, you know, we were so close. We just didn't have a quarterback. You know, they never said him by name. That's the only time they even mentioned the quarterback, really, right?
It really is.
In the whole documentary.
Now, there are several quarterbacks in the span of this time. Like,
did he lie?
He took that shit
he didn't lie at all.
He didn't lie.
Yeah.
But Scott Mitchell can be in his fields all he wants. Man. He didn't lie.
Right. And then you figure,
bro, you were Dan Marino's backup that excelled for a couple games. That you parlayed that to a contract. Good for you. Stop whining, bro. You know what I mean?
He parlayed that shit, didn't bro. I'm talking about, there's no way that man's supposed to get that contract. So he didn't turn out to be what we need him to be. But also, that's a lot of money that we could have kept some of these players that we got rid of. So yeah, there's a lot of shit going on with that. And then I find out that which is I knew nothing about this, that they had an opportunity to get Warren Moon and Joe Montana. Yeah. Now, Joe Montana was probably at the end of his career, like when he went to Kansas City.
But he still won the playoff game with the Chiefs.
I'm still taking Joe.
He's better than Scott Mitchell.
I'm still taking Joe. You gotta imagine that he go get took off of Joe because of Barry. Like they checking for Joe because he's Joe. But like we can't take our eyes off Barry.
Right.
So Joe would have had an excellent end of his career.
Yeah, they was like, hey, Joe and Warren's agents called like, hey, they want to play with Barry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what can we do?
What can we do?
You know what I mean?
And these motherfuckers said, no, we
good. We
want to spend the money.
They want to spend the money. And Barry was like must-see TV. Every time you touch the ball, you wonder when he was going to break one.
Bro.
They mentioned
he did one every game.
They mentioned it so many times, right? Yeah. This man has some of the best 2 and 3 yard runs and some of the negative yardage runs you will ever see. Ever.
Facts.
Ever. That's the runner ever.
No, and I totally agree with that shit, dog. That shit wild. But anyway, the Lions today. All right, the Lions today are who I need them to be. I'm excited about them. Don't know how far this shit go. I'm very hopeful though, because it'd be nice if we go far into the playoffs, or dare I say it, to the Super Bowl.
I just want them to win the playoff game.
Right.
For real.
Look, I just want them to beat Dallas.
Bro, how crazy.
They can lose the rest of their games. They only have 5 more games. As long as they beat Dallas, I'm straight.
So let me ask y'all this though, on a serious note though. Can we beat Dallas?
Yes.
I think Dallas is beatable. I don't think, and I don't want to hate on them or take nothing away from them, but I don't think they're as good as they
Dallas doesn't know how to get punched in the face and respond. They don't know how to do that. They know how to run they know how to be front runners.
You know what I'm kind of mad about though? A little bit. I wish that Ezekiel was still there.
He done, man. You seen him in New England?
Yeah.
He done, bro. He cooked. He done.
That's fucked up. I wish he was still there though.
He done,
so he could experience this with them.
That's one thing about running backs. They don't last long.
Yeah, you know? That's fucked up. Anyway. All right, well, I guess that's enough about the Lions.
Just beat Dallas.
And then we got by the time we live right now. So yeah, tomorrow we got Chicago. So
Curb stomp.
Hold on.
Curb stomp Chicago.
Ain't the Heisman tonight?
Damn, is it tonight?
Maybe.
It could be.
Is it today or tomorrow?
I think it's tonight.
Oh, it do usually be on Saturday, so it's probably tonight. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. You go look that shit up right quick, see who we got it. Who you think gonna get it?
I want an old boy from LSU to get it.
LSU, yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
he did play his butt off.
Yeah. No, we gonna see. I ain't realize. Well, yeah, because the season done. Yeah, for sure. So
it's usually the same night as the Army Navy game.
Okay, and that was today.
Yeah.
So I sidetrack a little bit. We talking about the NFL. I know before we got on camera, y'all was talking about them good Pistons. I didn't mean to say good and Pistons in the same sentence.
Let's flip back to the Lions.
All right, let's flip back.
I just want to say that I am proud of how the fans for the Lions travel.
Oh yeah,
because they literally are taking over arenas
everywhere
that the Lions play. They are taking over the arenas. Like the Saints game, it was more blue down there than you saw black and gold.
It was a whole situation. Shout out to
Jaden Daniels wins the Heisman Trophy.
He won.
Yeah,
good.
Good. Shout out to my man's Mr. Oh yeah. They did a whole little situation too where they did a whole little travel situation for people to go from here down to New Orleans. Had a couple of little parties set up for the weekend, some tailgating situations. So yeah, it went down there, and they also about to do it again at the end of December in Dallas. So yeah, shout out to people traveling for real. Like Detroit fans are traveling well. We are like it's crazy because
thirsty for a winner.
Yeah, no, we are.
Thirsty for
it ain't no other way I can say it.
That's it.
Old cartoon style. Nigga hiccuping when he get drunk.
Thirsty for a winner, boy.
No, you're right, and we are, and because we got some winning going on, like shit, we that's how it is. Like so,
and
I'm excited.
I think that the rest of the league is recognizing how special this is.
Yeah,
this is a different kind of year for the Lions.
Yeah, so, it's a different kind of year.
I'm not the biggest football fan, but I'm into it.
Yeah, it's a whole different attitude, dog. Like it's a different everything. I like it. I like it.
It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
About these Lions.
What's up?
The last 5 games, niggas play horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But they managed to win.
Right.
You know what I mean? The O-Line's losing to every single one of those games. Every single one.
Yeah.
And I'm not terribly confident about tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because the Bears are healthy and we banged up.
Yeah.
Frank Ragnow ain't playing. Alina McNeil on the injury list.
And Justin Fields playing all right.
Yeah. Manuel Mosley hurt.
Yeah.
But the one dude I love watching is Penei Sewell.
Yeah,
he punches dudes.
Yeah,
as they come at him, he's literally punching them in the gut. I love watching him play.
Right,
he played the game like it was 1980s and 1990s.
Yeah, that's I enjoy watching him play. I'm watching him. He'll knock that first hand off of him and punch the guy right in the stomach. As they're trying to get Pat. It's so quick that he's never getting called for it. But it is beautiful to watch.
It's 1980s type shit.
It's beautiful.
He won't get called for it because as long as he stays inside the frame, he won't.
Yeah, he won't get called.
He's doing everything. I like that. It's a bit of nastiness that you don't normally see from an offensive lineman for the Lions.
Yeah. And Bo's favorite motherfucking
it's a loading boy.
I didn't even get it out.
So let me talk about it. Right. Yeah, so Anzalone, he hurt too, right?
Yeah.
But y'all gotta admit, the first 3-4 weeks of the season, he was looking real suspect out there, right?
He was. Yeah.
So
I don't know what you're talking about. He's been MVP on defense this year. I just want to see the look on his face. That's all. I just want to see the look on his face.
You know, they drafted that one dude from Iowa, Jack Campbell, in the first round. He played the same position, so he must have felt rookie on his heels and shit. You know, like man, I got to step my game up, cause you know what I mean. And that's what competition to do for you. So that's why I'm so glad they get better, man.
No doubt. No, they on point.
Yeah, it's fun.
We're gonna see how it go tomorrow.
It's actually fun to watch.
It's fun. I'm talking about when I was in Baltimore though. I was out there for the podcast conference. Same weekend that we played Baltimore. I'm talking about
smoked us though.
Dog smoked us. I was sick. I'm talking about sick. So what y'all think about that though? You think we can't handle the mobile quarterback? Dog not even really mobile like that. He was busting our ass.
But see, at least from my understanding of defending a mobile quarterback, it ain't got to be running for all these yards. It's got to be extending the play. You know what I mean? If you extend the play, now it's even tougher covering them dudes back downfield. You know what I mean? Coverage is breaking down.
Right.
Lanes open it up and shit. So now you got so many different options, and that's what the Lions have been historically bad since I can remember.
Nah, for sure. No, I dig.
I mean, but most teams are bad at dealing with a mobile quarterback. So I give them that much. But unfortunately, the Lions just worse than everybody else when it comes to it.
Right.
I'm like, put the spy on him.
Hey, how about this, though?
Give up the spy.
How about it's dope we even having this conversation.
Yeah.
Because look, 20 years ago, mobile quarterback. What? Mobile quarterback? What? No, you got to be a pocket passer.
I mean, just on the aspect of that. You're right. You're right.
That's true.
You're right. So, yeah, and that's the thing, too, though. Like, with him and I want to say this, though. I want to ask y'all this, I guess, while we on the subject of mobile quarterbacks. Who do y'all think is the best? And I'm about to put a wide scope on this. The best of all time mobile quarterbacks, though.
Best. Oh, Vic.
You think so?
Vic.
Yeah. Hands down. Huh? So you said that with no hesitation.
Let me tell you. So the standpoint I'm coming from is just pure big playability, pure athletic ability, things like that, right? Now, when you talk about winning games and championships, no, I don't think it is. I think you got to look at Elway, you got to look at Steve Young, guys. You got to look at Warren Moon, guys like that. Okay. You know what I mean?
Because they were always a threat with, like Warren Moon and Elway, they were always a threat with their legs, but their arms were the most dangerous part. But Vic, you just didn't know. You didn't know from play to play.
He had a freaking cannon.
So he was fast. He was so fast that you couldn't keep up with him. I mean, he was he would look like he was running slow, but he was blowing by people.
Right. Yeah, Mike Vick was a different animal.
You know, another one that is dope to a lot of people, but I think he's underrated. And then, you know, because unfortunately he's no longer here with us. But Steve McNair.
Oh, shit.
He's another one.
Hold on. First of all, it take angry principal to take because he's seen him in college.
Man. So it take him to I've never seen anything like that in my life in person.
Yeah.
The way he and his wide receiver were just chucking it down the field. It was a thing of beauty, man. I had never seen anything like that. I walked away from the game like, what the hell did I just see?
Like, no, this dude is amazing.
It was a street watch that dude, man.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that there. With an arm like that, plus a big lineman would come on him, he just shrug him off.
He was a big, strong ass dude. Yeah,
right. Man. And it translated to the NFL. And I say that because there's a lot of quarterbacks in college make it look good, and then it don't translate well. Like, I'm gonna give you one as an example. One of ours, fucking Andre Ware.
I was about to say Charlie Batch.
Oh, chill out. Shout out to my man Charlie Batch.
Hey, don't hate on Charlie Batch though. He had like a 12-year career in the NFL. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought you about to say he had about a 12-year career at Easter because he did.
I mean, yeah, he was at Easter for a while.
He had like 20 red shirts and shit. Like, dog came out of Easter at 30. Like,
but dude was cool though.
Yeah,
you know, because I took a group of my kids down to Silverdome at the time, and he was there. He came out, talked to the kids, had a good time, ran around with them the whole night. Good dude. Yeah, really good dude. The fact that he rolled up in it was a green Yukon or something like that. Yeah. He rolled up, came out the car, and just started kicking it with the kids.
Yeah.
I was totally impressed by that, man.
Shit, he was cool at Eastern. Shit.
Yeah. Y'all see Jameson getting a little involved, a little bit more in the offense.
Bro.
Motherfucker fast, man.
He fast. You hear what he said though? He said I could go run in the Olympics and I would medal. I would place.
Dog.
What y'all think about that?
I think he might not be lying, bro.
Him and Tyreek Hill, they're fast.
Both of them dudes.
He might
fast, man.
He might be faster than Tyreek Hill. That's saying a lot though, because Tyreek Hill.
Because what Montgomery said the other day, he was running next to him and he was lightly jogging.
Yeah.
Montgomery said he was running as fast as he possibly could, and Jameson was passing him.
He fast, he fast to the point where, like, I think that's why he don't target him a lot because I think he can't get it to him. He might can't get it to him, dog. And like he's
so what?
Fast.
You know, you an NFL quarterback.
Figure it out.
Get the fucking ball to him somehow, bro.
Because
figure it out.
Fast, dog. I'm talking about.
That's fast.
It's weird. Like it's weird. He's so fast. Like. We got a lot of talent. Right now.
Offensively,
this is fun to watch. It is fun to watch. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I know that I wasn't a fan of Jared Goff, but I must say that Jared Goff is a much better quarterback than he was when he first got here. Like now, I'm not saying he like fucking Elway or no shit like that, but he good.
He's top 10 in the league right now.
Yeah, he good. Like he delivering.
He might be top 8 in the league actually.
He delivered some passes now that I would have never gave him credit for at the beginning.
The last time we had a quarterback like this was Eric Hipple. That's how long it's been.
Eric Hipple.
It's been that long since we had a quarterback.
My old man told me about Eric Hipple. I don't even know.
I'm dating myself, but yeah, that's the last time we had a quarterback that we could count on.
Y'all remember when everybody?
What about Eric Kramer?
Eric Hipple. That's why
Eric Kramer's garbage.
What?
Yes.
Rodney P was straight.
Really?
I mean, he the only Lions quarterback that won a playoff game the last whatever.
Cut his mic off, man.
I'm saying, fucking Rodney P was straight. We had Dante Culpepper, nigga.
Joey Ball Game, baby.
Oh, Joey Harrington.
Joey Ball Game.
I forgot about Joey
Ball Game, baby.
Yo, I'm talking about now. That's one of those transitions I'm talking about. Completely trash from college to, you know what? Maybe I can't say that because, like, I don't know. You get into a Detroit situation and maybe it make you trash, but like his college career didn't translate to the pros to me. Like I don't know, and maybe that was just like where was he at? Oregon. And Oregon had.
I think it was the wrong system for him.
Yeah, maybe it was the wrong system. But I'm gonna tell you the one that and a lot of niggas didn't see me when I said this, but like the biggest disappointment for me, and this was some years back though, was fucking Ryan Leaf. Like I really thought that Ryan Leaf was gonna be better than what he thought Ryan Leaf was. Ryan Leaf he was battling demons.
He got demons, man. It was the only way to put that.
Right. Yeah, he was on that bourbon and whiskey early because the dog was
Ryan Leaf. You are not Lawrence Taylor. You can't drink a fifth of this before a game and go get have all pro numbers or whatnot. Lawrence Taylor could do that, but that's it.
Right.
That's it.
Hell no. I would fuck around and be talking football real all day.
Y'all ever get a chance? Read Lawrence Taylor's book. It came out a long time ago.
Okay.
Right. But some of the stories he tells in his book is like, this dude not dead or like in prison right now.
I bet.
You know what I mean?
In prison,
not jail.
He went all out. Yeah.
He was like, Lawrence Taylor was wild, boy.
You read the book or you familiar with the stories?
Just the stories, but that any given Sunday, his character that was him.
Real.
It was real.
Yeah. I can see that.
That was him. He was just being himself.
All right, so look, we here real quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I get trapped in my brain, do all kind of shit. But because you brought that shit up, dog, best football movie of all time, dog. No matter which level. Well, we might have to split it up. Cause no, best football movie. No matter if it's Friday Night Lights, any given Sunday, we can go from high school to which one?
Unnecessary Roughness.
Dog, you
that shit was so funny, but still, that was my. I like that movie. I'll watch that movie anytime. I'll watch that anytime.
I think I got one popular pick and one unpopular pick.
All right, what's the popular pick?
The Program.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely fucks with The Program.
The unpopular pick, Varsity Blues.
This is not unpopular.
Just because you haven't seen many.
Not
like high school football stories like that. You know what I mean? They actually not the whole the motherfuckers had a happy ending and shit, I guess, right? Yeah. But you saw all the bullshit that happens during all that. Yeah. There's for real coaches out there that's like that shit.
I won't call that unpopular. I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
No problem. There's a lot. You can make an argument with so many others. You know what I mean?
The program was the shit for me for a long time until any given Sunday.
But I'm in the comedy, so
Unnecessary Roughness.
Unnecessary Roughness.
The longest yard. For that one.
And what was the one with the replacement?
Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher. Bobby Boucher. Water Boy. All those ones I enjoy, man. Those
this really might be an unpopular opinion.
Okay.
I didn't like Remember the Titans.
Dog,
really? I didn't like it.
Why? It just
seemed too Disney to me.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Damn, I think that's the first time I ever heard that. That was my shit.
It was too Disney. Nah.
Yeah, your daddy.
Who? Your daddy. Break my foot off your John Brown hind part.
And then you will run him out.
Like, yes, he's a brilliant actor and he played that part. But like, I don't know. When I think of football, that's just not one of the movies that it's my go-to,
I figured, dude. Yeah, The Program is mine. Program is mine. Second to that is gonna be Any Given Sunday. I like Any Given Sunday because it showed kind of the politics and shit behind like pro athletes, but it also was like some good comedy to this shit. Like it was some comedy in that motherfucker.
So this ain't a movie. It was a TV show. And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about Ballers with Rock. Remember Playmakers that came on ESPN?
Bro.
Because they took it off because it was so real.
It was too real.
They was like, we can't show this.
Playmakers, you ever seen that?
I didn't see it.
Bro, it came on ESPN.
Playmakers was the first shit. No, I ain't gonna say the first shit. The first shit was probably first to 10. That shit was on HBO. Yeah. But like this was the first shit on ESPN that was really showing the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas they was talking about CTS and shit before.
CTE
and shit. Yeah, CTE before. And they talking about these niggas with their issues and shit, beating up their wives, like going crazy type shit. And they was like, nah. But what's crazy about that shit though is that lets you know, because that was a minute ago.
Yeah.
Like we
still in college.
Shit, might have been in high school. That shit might have been.
I think we was in college.
It was probably 97, 99, somewhere in there. And dog, they talking about shit that's really why niggas doing lawsuits right now for the NFL. So I'm just like, dog, first of all, I don't know how that shit got greenlit in the first place. Like, who let that shit slide? But they was talking some crazy shit in there. And it was just like, these niggas, first of all, I just got to say this, dog. And I'm going to ask you, Bo, and shit, because obviously you play ball and shit, dog. Looking at how shit didn't really transpire, like, would you do that shit over again? I'm really thinking, like, I don't know. I got out lucky. I don't know if I would do the football shit. Man. That shit is, and I don't want nobody to take me wrong on this shit because I love watching the game. I love niggas getting their kids into it and shit. But just looking back on it and looking at what I went through, like, that shit is really violent. Like, it's real life violent.
So I had 2 concussions in college. You know, one that I had, to miss some time for. Yeah. But football has been and is such a big part of my life, man. Like, I don't think I would change anything.
I don't know. Shit,
I don't think I would.
It's tight, that motherfucker.
I get it,
it's
man.
Violent, nigga.
I get it.
Like, we made it out,
but
relatively unscathed.
You know what I love about football is just like, it's me and you right here on this field and shit, right? Yeah. And it's just,
it feeds your gladiator.
Yeah, there's no other test of just like
nothing.
Honestly, how much of a badass you are,
especially playing on the line.
Yeah,
especially playing on the line
because you always going at it,
bro. I had to make niggas understand, like, bro, when you can play football in the specialty positions and never have contact. Like, I ain't gonna say never, but limited. But when you on the line, we are contact every fucking whistle. There's no way.
Oh yeah,
you can't play the line with no contact.
And then when we play college ball, there are some things that you can do there that you can't do now.
That you can't do now.
There's some player safety things in play now.
Yeah,
but it's just like mainly I'm talking about the motherfucking cut blocks and shit. You know what I mean? While you engage with a motherfucker and somebody come out of nowhere, bro, and cutting you in the side of your knee.
How was that shit legal?
Exactly.
You up top with a nigga and somebody just clean your shit underneath. You are
that shit was legal.
You are more than likely going to be hurt.
Yeah. We had a discussion with my son because he wanted to play football. And I was like, man, my job is to protect your brain.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's tight.
You can play in high school, but you can't play that early on. I'm not with that.
It's tight.
And
it's tight.
I'm kind of glad I did it.
Yeah.
I know my son wasn't happy with it.
Yeah.
And he still mentions it to this day that he
because he wanted to play.
But my worry was all of a sudden your brain doesn't work the way it's supposed to.
Because it happens.
Yeah, and I was worried about that.
It happens.
I made a decision.
I mean, I ain't mad at that.
One way or the other. I may have been wrong, but at the same time,
no, I don't think you were wrong at all.
I was worried about him and making sure he was straight. And he would have been one of those kids on the line.
Yeah, for
as tall as he was, as big as he was, he would have been on the line.
That's my loud ass furnace.
Yeah, and that
I gotta get that fixed.
Yeah, that
shout out to my landlord.
That would not have been something I wanted to see happen.
So let me ask y'all about
shout out to my man Mel checking in. What I know, he said CJ was his center.
Oh, Mel, what's happening, baby? Eastside Raiders, baby.
For sure.
Baby, the league. Yeah. Mel was a beast, man. Mel was a ball player, bro.
No, for sure. Shout out to dog.
Mel was a ball player.
Yeah.
So, Florida State.
They got screwed.
So first of all,
got screwed.
Let me say this. I'm in the group text, ignorant as hell. Cause I see the AP shit where it's got fucking Michigan, Texas, Washington, and who they had in there? And Florida State. I see that one.
No, it was never that though. It was always
the AP had Florida State.
The AP had Florida State.
But that don't matter.
It don't matter. So I'm jumping in the group text like, hell no, this is the first time without an SEC team. Dog hit me back like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, I saw the one. I gave the phone like, what you talking about? It's like, no, go back and look. I went back and looked like, oh, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You motherfuckers.
They screwed them.
Yeah, they did.
That was because they were scared of the SEC.
I mean, she getting ready to change next year anyway.
But still, but grow a pair.
Right, for real.
SEC would have been mad, but they got 12. They had a loss.
Yeah,
So
they had a loss.
I mean,
Florida State didn't have a loss. And Florida State beat 2 SEC teams.
Not only Florida State though, but like if you Georgia, you lost to Bama. But you've been number one all year.
Yeah, you dropped to what?
And you happen to lose at the wrong time and shit, and you drop all the way down to 7 or 8, something like that. Right? I mean, I get it, they an SEC team too, but they can make the argument, Florida State beat 2 SEC teams, but one was Florida, which was average. And the other was LSU, who everybody thought was gonna be good when they beat them. It turned out being average too. Right? So I don't know, man. It's like Alabama did beat the number 1 team in the country.
I'm 13-0.
It's not. I get it. It's not to be taken.
I deserve to be over there before you. I don't give a damn if my quarterback did go down.
All I'm saying is there's an argument on both sides.
Is 110 kids on the college team?
It's 110 scholarship.
That's the only argument I give it. They did beat the number 1 team. I give them that.
And that's number 1 team.
And that's number 1 team.
And your conference championship. Because I'm
13.
I'm mad that we still won.
Florida State ran a perfect season. Right. Florida State ran a perfect season. You can't ask me to do any more than I've already done. And you telling me somebody who has a loss is better than me? Oh, fuck you.
Here's my thing, right?
I mean, Texas in there?
You can go back and you look at Florida State. And honestly, really, they ain't play nobody, right? But then you can go back and look at Michigan. They ain't play nobody until they played Ohio State, right? So that argument's kind of mute though, but I should say. But at the same time, if I'm Bama, this team has been number 1 for the entire season, and last season, and I beat them in my conference championship. Why shouldn't I go to the playoffs?
Because I'm 13-0.
Okay,
that's why you shouldn't go.
Yeah,
I'm 13-0.
Yeah, but you fucked up one day.
You fucked up one day.
Dumb and blind, and I beat them 1 time in the team in the country.
Too bad. I'm glad. I'm happy for you. But I'm 13-0.
Right.
I haven't lost anything. I haven't done anything but been perfect. Right. What my man saying? Remember the Titans? I want perfection.
Right.
I am perfect, and you leave me out.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
So you all right with it?
Yeah, I'm all right with it.
I guess for me, I ain't gonna lie.
I think it's horrible.
It's a biased opinion because I fucking hate the SEC.
So do I.
So it might just be a biased opinion.
But at the end of the day, right? The College Football Playoff Committee always say our job is to put in the 4 best teams, right?
Yeah. And you did.
So the way you look at it, I get that opinion.
Because you're scared of Nick Saban whining on TV.
It might be, right?
That's all it is.
But it's still, if I'm Alabama and Nick Saban, I still beat the number 1 team in the country in my conference championship game.
Yeah. Happy for you. I'm still 13-0. I'm still 13-0.
Okay. Right.
You not.
Okay.
I deserve to
be. So you beat number 14 Louisville.
Yes.
I beat the number 1 team in the country. That's what I'm saying.
There's a 13 and a 0 next to my record. There's a 12 and a 1 next to you. That means you fucked up.
Yeah, against another team in the playoffs.
Doesn't matter.
That also won their conference championship.
Doesn't matter.
But it absolutely does matter, though.
13-0.
But okay, you 13-0. I'm 12-1.
I did what I'm supposed to do.
Literally, are you a better football team, though?
Yes, because I'm 13-0.
Tell me how.
I'm 13-0.
Okay.
My record says I'm 13-0.
Okay, go back. Let's compare schedules then.
Okay.
I'm
13-0.
You got the ACC and the SEC. As much as I don't like the SEC, the ACC. They top 3 teams will probably fall in the mid to lower bracket in the SEC.
13-0. That's it. That's your argument. Nothing else to say.
I think it's ballsy as hell, and I'm not mad at the decision. I'm not at all.
I think it's weak as hell. I think y'all cowards.
I think it's ballsy as hell.
Cowards. You're scared of the SEC.
I'm gonna tell you this, though. I hope we beat their ass.
Oh, beat the brakes off.
I don't think they will, though.
I know they probably won't, but I'm just saying. I hope so.
Which will even further, if Bama does beat Michigan, that strengthens their case.
Yeah.
We beat the number 1 team again. You know what I mean?
But since we gonna beat their ass, it don't even matter.
I don't think either team gonna beat their ass either way. I think it's gonna be a good game.
Come out with a win.
But
come out with a win and shit. Hey, how crazy would that be though? If we went in there and blew them niggas out,
that'd be wild.
That shit would be wild.
It'd be fun to watch.
It would be fun to watch.
And then lose to Washington. Washington go win. Washington go win and shit. In case y'all niggas didn't know.
I hope so.
They the motherfuckers ain't nobody paying attention.
Texas talented as hell, though, So
Washington go fuck around and win.
The one thing that Washington really do got going for them, besides Michael Penix, right, is their fucking O-line. Washington's O-line is top notch. Like,
it's
top notch, bro.
It's pro level. It's pro level.
Yeah, really
sure.
is.
It's pro level.
Them dudes is good.
Yeah, I think that's the one up they got on everybody and shit. But I feel like because there's so much attention on everybody else, that's gonna be the reason why they kind of sneak in and fuck shit up. Like people will respect them, but at the end of the day, we having a conversation about Alabama
because they've been disrespected all season. You know what I mean? Because they beat Oregon once, and then the conference championship they was underdogs against Oregon, the team they already beat and shit. You know what I mean? I know it's hard to beat a team twice in one season.
It is.
But they went ahead and did that shit. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So,
we're going to see how it play out. Shit, it'll be dope as hell for us to get
the committee of cowards. That's all I'm going to say.
Simple as that.
Cowards.
Should have been Florida State. Simple as that.
That's it.
I dig that shit. All right, so look, we didn't talk a whole lot about sports and shit. I did want to talk about something we alluded to in some of the other episodes that we recorded tonight. If you're just now checking in, this is the Beers, Bourbon, Whiskey podcast happy hour. So we're not actually reviewing liquors here. In order to see the reviews, you do have to check us out every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, eblockradio.com or everybodylovesbbw.com. We got these liquors coming up. What I'm actually drinking right now is the Crown Royal 103 proof Canadian whiskey. Really good whiskey right here, though. So if you see any of these right here, make sure you check some of those out. The reviews will be coming up in the next few weeks. All right, so at the happy hour, we just talk a little shit about random topics. And what we was talking about one time was about classic films, dog. So I want to say, so look, we talked about our greatest football films, right? For y'all, just looking at Black cinema, period. Like, what is your all-time favorite Black cinema? Whether it's comedy, drama, horror movie, whatever it is. What's your favorite? Like every time it come on, I gotta watch it. Or I really love this shit, dog. Angry Prince, we start with you, though.
I got two.
You got two?
One, I'm watching Malcolm X no matter what.
Word. Okay.
I gotta watch X. That's just you. One of my all-time faves.
I got you.
But the other one's Harlem Nights.
Yeah.
I put Harlem Nights over Coming to America.
Yeah.
Because the quotable stuff out of Harlem Nights is just to me, is head and shoulders above Coming to America.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree. All right, so you say, all right, what you say?
So Harlem Nights, I also agree with that. Okay. But my other one, Dead Presidents. That's my shit, bro. I love that movie, man. Classic. Every time that movie come on, I watch it, man. Every time. That's my shit right there.
Yo, so do you have a different experience with it after the military?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like,
some of that shit you probably like.
I ain't go through the shit those cats, that's in Vietnam. I ain't go through the shit they went through.
Definitely
right?
nobody went through that.
That shit was different.
Yeah, that shit was different.
But like, I understand why when you get done with that shit and you come back, and it's like, don't nobody want to fuck with you,
Yeah.
Like, I get why them niggas was getting high,
right?
Hell
yeah,
because that's a lot of shit to deal with.
I'm sure
with all the shit you had to do over there and then come back. And in the 60s, 70s, you ain't getting no help when you come back. You expected just to adapt back, brother.
Right.
And when you don't.
There's some shit where you wasn't getting accepted in the first place. Right. All that shit. We can get into that shit. But yeah.
That's why a lot of nniggas stayed over there.
Yeah.
Married Vietnamese women and shit like that.
Yeah.
Honorable mention for me is School Days. Because I watched School Days before I went to school.
Good and bad hair.
And then I came back after my freshman year.
Okay.
I related to everything in that fucking movie. Everything. From the homecoming to the protest on campus.
Okay.
The whole night. I experienced all that my freshman year. And I saw that movie in a whole different light when I watched it the second time my freshman year.
So we giving out an honorable mention.
Yeah.
Higher learning.
That's good.
Wait 1 second. Because we about to get to that. We go make that a completely separate category because of the conversation I had before about school movies and shit. We gonna get to that in a minute. So honorable mentions though, but we gonna get back to those two movies. Now my classic for Black cinema is gonna be Harlem Nights, but I ain't gonna lie to you. My second one, dog, and niggas might not feel me on this shit though. But it's fucking Paid in Full, dog.
I like Paid in Full.
Is my shit. Yeah. Every time it come on, I feel like I swear to God, I wish I used to be a Harlem hustler, nigga. Like that shit is dope still. So they're my two.
I fuck with Paid in Full, yeah.
But I want to jump back to this though, about the school shit. Cause I had a conversation with somebody about this. I can't remember who I was talking to, but yeah. So best depiction of school picks. Now you say
School Days.
School Days is yours. What would do you say that Higher Learning is yours, or is just your honorable mention?
I don't know if it's the best depiction of school picks, but it's just my honorable mention. You know what I mean? If I had to pick one, School Days is tough to beat.
It is.
Oh man, shit. I like to think about that for a minute, bro.
See, I didn't experience the Higher Learning type of environment,
and that's exactly what I was getting ready to say.
I didn't deal with that white kid in my class.
See, we went to PWI.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm getting at.
For me, having that was not a part of our experience.
Exactly.
Until some Auburn kids came down to Tuskegee and decided they want to ride through campus acting stupid.
Yeah.
They didn't make it off campus.
Damn.
Them motherfuckers started riding down. They got the Confederate flags on the back of their truck.
Fool.
Yelling and screaming shit straight down the middle Ave, straight through TU.
Fool.
And you think you gonna make it out of this motherfucker? And it's one way in, one way out? Oh hell no!
White people.
So no, they got the business that day that they decided to pull that bullshit.
Yeah.
And they thought because it was kind of like a break. I forget if it was Easter or Thanksgiving. It was one of them breaks where I happened to still be on campus.
Yeah.
And they decided to ride through acting stupid. And they didn't realize it's a lot of motherfuckers still on campus.
Right. Didn't go home.
They got the business that day. They walked away. Never saw them motherfuckers again. They never came on that campus again.
Yeah. Montgomery Raw, the prequel.
So Auburn is 15 minutes from Tuskegee. Literally, it's a 15-minute ride.
Okay.
They came through talking all that bullshit, having all that Confederate flag stuff, and we showed them exactly what you think you should get when you come on a black campus acting stupid. No, we here.
Right, we here.
You may think we gone, but no, we here. And we showed the motherfuckers what you're supposed to do. Now, when Alabama plays Auburn, I'm always rooting for Auburn.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let those stupid asses
deter
me from, because I spent time on Auburn's campus, so I'm partial to them.
Yeah.
But man, them dudes got the business that day. I saw them Masons throw up a couple signs.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it was a crowd around them. It was beautiful, man. It was a beautiful. It was a beautiful thing to see.
And that's why I think
Masons believe in peace.
Okay. Not that day.
Okay.
Not that day.
We are a peaceful group.
Okay. Not that day.
No, that's why I say I think that because of those experiences, I think that's why School Days is like the shit for you.
Yeah.
My school movie is going. Well, actually, I guess it's a couple of things. Honestly, it's just crazy, right? I don't even know if people kind of look at this as a school movie, but so I'm gonna say Higher Learning just because I've been on campus with that dynamic. You know, with that dynamic where you gotta kind of remind these motherfuckers what's what. You know what I'm saying?
And by reminding, you mean sometimes you gotta put your hand around their throat.
Yeah, sometimes it's gotta go there. So I understood that. Like, so Higher Learning for me was like, oh shit, this is kind of like this life for real. But the second one, though, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. And I don't even know if you can really call it a school movie. But fucking Drumline was my shit.
Drumline,
I felt like that was. I felt like Higher Learning was my school experience. I felt like School Days gave me a glimpse of what it would have been like to go to a HBCU, and fucking Drumline made me see it from a point of like a different point at school, because for me, school has always been somewhat about scholastics and football. So Drumline didn't have shit to do with either one for real. So like that gave me like, oh shit, this niggas doing other shit at school.
Well, the fun thing about Drumline is those politics that they were going through
was real life. Yeah.
Now,
and see, I was in
the choir. We had our own set of politics that went on. Yeah. Y'all can talk shit all you want to, but choir paid for part of my education, so I was straight with it.
I do not shit on the choir.
Hey, look, we had a ball.
Because for one, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, the choir, at least in high school, niggas was getting pussy. Like, I don't know how that niggas could sing, so that he gonna be real quiet off camera. But I'm just saying,
completely quiet right now. But I had a good time.
I know you did.
But the politics that you saw in Drumline resonate through every single one of those organizations. That shit is real. So that was fun to watch too.
And down there, down there, the band was as serious, if not more serious, than football. Like in some of those like black colleges. So seeing those aspects like gave me a idea about what it could have been like. And I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't until I got older and me and Angry Principal always have conversations about this. Like, I do wish I would have explored that option. At the time, though, for me, it didn't seem like it made sense. I wish I had the perspective that I have now.
So he wish he had listened to his brother-in-law. That's all it is. Once listen to his brother-in-law.
Miss Carmen, granted, what up though, Carmen?
We had just met each other, so you didn't know me from Adam,
right? At
the time, but I was giving you good advice at the time. So
you were. It was just advice that I wasn't prepared to accept. Like
I was just a dude messing with his sister, so that's all he knew.
and he had been to HBCU, and he telling me, and I knew a couple of people who had actually went to Tuskegee because King to Tuskegee pipeline was through
and it's still
Coach
going.
Reynolds.
It's still going today.
It's still going. So like that was
still going.
That was a pipeline. So I understood Tuskegee. I had never been down there to visit or anything. But my whole thing was like scholastically, I just was never good at school. And I just saw this as the same reason why I didn't go to Osborne. Like I didn't go to Osborne because it was my neighborhood school. And I knew because I was easily deterred from education that I couldn't fuck around in an environment that I was familiar with, because then I would fuck off. And that's what I thought that going to a black college would do for me. But when I got older, I saw it the way that you was explaining to me, is that instead of looking at it like that, you got to look at it like you're amongst your peers who will be more willing to help you. I didn't look at it like that. I looked at it like I'm about to go down this bitch and get lost in the sauce. That's it. Like, did you get your education? No. Like I was still in Alabama and shit fucking off. Like that's the way I saw it. So I wish I'd have looked at it differently.
I don't know.
What I'm saying?
Like I got my degree, you got your degree.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think I got an education until years later though.
Facts.
You know
what
I mean?
Facts. But I'm gonna tell you that I think I'd have felt like that at any fucking university I went to. Cause I feel like that shit, you only getting what they want to give you.
Mm-hmm.
Like it ain't until you get older that you figure out
now
how to
because I'm going through this process with my daughter and also my nieces.
Mm-hmm.
My niece, they're both seniors this year, trying to make decisions on where they want to go, and trying to find the environment that's right for them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been interesting, kind of seeing their personality, trying to match them to a school and all that. But they both are only HBCUs. They are not trying to go to any PWIs. Okay. They've already made the decision. We're not going to a PWI. We're going to a HBCU. And I'm like, okay. Because even when I took my daughter on a college tour, we were in DC. We went to Howard. I was like, okay, we got some more time. You want to go to Georgetown? She said no.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to go to a PWI at all. I'm like, all right, then that's where we're going to concentrate our time. So hitting places like Hampton, Howard, Norfolk State. We've taken her on college tours to A&M, Tuskegee, Clark, Spelman. We've done the college tours on our own, not just with a group that's going. But I'm taking my kids so you can see this
personal experience.
So you can really see everything that's going. Even when we did our tour of Tuskegee, I didn't say anything. I stayed quiet. This is your tour. You do you.
Right.
You know, I didn't get hyped until I saw something on campus that I hadn't seen before. But, you know, then when I saw that, then, okay, I had to open up. I'm an alumnus. This is my spot. But blah, blah, blah. But it's been interesting going through that process, seeing what matches my child to the environment that they will be in. It's been fun. So anybody looking for college, don't just look at the PWIs because you see them on Saturdays on TV.
Right.
Look at some of these HBCUs because they really are doing the work that you need to have done to make you successful. So that's my
for sure
public service announcement.
And I agree. And like I didn't really get that perspective until later on. So like even in my third or I guess that would be my fourth year of school. But I ended up doing the internship at Black Enterprise. And it wasn't until there that we did a whole, I was about to say episode, a whole what do you call that shit? A month. What do you call it?
You drunk.
I am though. I keep wanting to say episode because I do podcasts and shit, but a magazine and shit. So when you talk about issue, we did a whole issue, goddamn it, about black medical schools and shit, right? So I wasn't even hip. Like I didn't know nothing about Meharry and none of that shit, right? Like these are like astute establishments that I didn't even know that we were a part of, like that was so detrimental to like medicine. And I never knew. So we had a whole list of like, I want to say 30. And I was on the research team to do the research for the issue. And it was then that I realized, like, damn, he was fucking right. I didn't know that this was what we was putting in the education. Like, because you got to understand that a lot of us are coming from generations who didn't have school experience. So that's why I'm so excited about like my counterparts and my peers who have college education, and some of us will be like first generation college attendees and graduates. So like just the idea of transferring that thirst for knowledge, I guess you'll call it, is something new for me. Like it really is. Like it's crazy because like my sister, shout out to my sister who was a complete nerd, and she was great at this school shit and I wasn't. But even so, I had to tell people now, like even if you're not great at school, you should always have the thirst for knowledge. Like you should always want to learn some shit. And I ain't gonna tell you that, and I know Angry Prince will hate when I say this, but I ain't gonna tell you that college is always the best educator. I can't tell you that.
No, I will agree with you.
Yeah, I will say that life experience is something that you can't put a price on. Like it really ain't. Like my experience in college was far greater than my education. I think I'll say that. But that's only because I stopped at my 4-year degree. Like motherfuckers who go further and get like doctors and shit like that, I think at that point you're actually learning some shit. I think for the 4-year degree, it's kind of like my experience, I liked it better than the education itself. I guess I say that.
Well, all I can say is anybody that's interested in HBCU,
and yes, I am drunk.
Take some time. If your child is interested in going to HBCU, take some time, go on to YouTube and look up some of these different schools' homecomings for 2022 and 2023. Those 2 separate years, 2 separate videos you get to see, but you get to see the love that's actually on those HBCU campuses. It is amazing. It's something that you won't see. Like I've been to Michigan's homecoming game. I've been on Michigan's campus during their homecoming.
Gotcha.
And it's nothing like what I deal with at Tuskegee or what I've seen at Albany State or Clark or all these other places. And just take a look at those videos, man. It will throw you off about how much love is out there and how much you just see people coming together on a HBCU campus. Yeah. It's a totally different ballgame. So just take a look at some of those videos.
Nah,
they work. It's definitely working.
Yeah, Clark offered me out of high school.
Yeah,
playing football.
Yeah,
Pops was like, nah. He's like, no.
I think it's about it.
I think Clark, and
I flunked out. I already know. I would have flunked out if I was like, I didn't need to. And that's what's been interesting with my daughter. Her personality is she needs a bigger city. My personality, I needed a small town because I didn't need the distractions. It would have thrown me off. So I knew I went to the right place because the small town was better for me. Whereas for my daughter, it may be the bigger town is better for her. So you got to match the city to what your child's needs are. So take a look at those homecomings.
For sure. And I just speak real quick, speaking on homecomings though, I remember I went to Howard's homecoming. And when I tell you, it was like, I don't know how you can explain it, being black and being on a black college campus and having culture shock. Because you figure it'd be the other way around, right? You figure you go to a white school and have culture shock. I went to Howard's homecoming, bro, and completely had culture shock. I realized at that point that I had no black experience at college. When I got to that motherfucker, we got there on a Friday and we went on the yard. And it was just like, I ain't never seen nothing like that. Like, that shit crazy. Like, it really is crazy. Like, I really do regret that I didn't take that experience down. At least 1 year. Like, I could have went to that motherfucker and did left or something. Like, I wish I had that experience.
It's a totally different experience.
It is. I could tell. Just from being there that weekend, I could tell. Shout out to Howard though, and some of the Howard alum who may or may not remember me, but that's okay. That's a good weekend nonetheless. I got memories. Y'all got memories. We'll talk about that some other time. But yeah, that was and then we went to Atlanta. That shit right there, just like with your brother. I don't understand how you did it. I don't understand how you survive in Clark, Atlanta. Like I just don't. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's too many distractions.
It is.
I could have done it. My brother, he did a great job at it.
Dog, niggas was going to Clark during the Freaknik. How do you manage that? Like, I couldn't have been there, bro.
You gotta remember, I went to Freaknik at the height of Freaknik when it first started.
When Luke had the bus.
I got the full experience of what you all thought you all were gonna get. I got that experience.
Yeah, and I know we didn't get that.
It was an amazing time. All those videos about people coming out saying, hey, I'm no longer that person. Yeah. That shit was real.
Right.
They get the wild stuff down there.
There was a whole bunch of chicken cock floating around out there.
Chicken cock, DYC, you name it. Luke dances, you name it. It was out there.
Duh,
and this is R. Kelly 12 players fresh out. He doing a concert in Piedmont Park. Everybody out in the middle of the park just stupid stuff went on.
Shout out to R.
That
Kelly.
should not be said, but
no.
Yeah, it was deep, man.
I know, shout out to R. Kelly.
Yeah, go shout out to R. Kelly, but still, Freaknik was real back then, man.
All right. So I say R. Kelly. We're not gonna talk about R. Kelly, but before we get out of here, we gotta talk about P. Diddy, dog. For real. What's going on with that shit, bro? First of all, I want to say this.
I ain't really been keeping up with it.
P. Diddy doing some freaky shit. I don't know what he on.
He the new Ike Turner.
I feel like he been doing some freaky shit.
He the new Ike Turner.
But I also do think there is something else going on though. Like I don't know if all of these allegations are true and shit. I don't know if he out here like really raping bitches and doing a bunch of gay sex shit. Like I don't know. You think that shit might be happening for real? I don't know either. It could be real. Or it could just be a whole bunch of shit for some other reason. That nigga trying to buy NBC or something. Like, I don't know. You know, that's our excuse for everything.
That's how Cosby went down. He tried to buy NBC and they took him down. So yeah.
That dog trying to buy NBC.
The minute he did it, the minute he put his proposal in, the minute that court case came up.
Man, that shit.
He in prison. 9 months later, he in prison.
So I do want to say this though, and we gonna move on because we don't do a lot of celebrity shit. But the question I have though is like, what's worse for real? Obviously, if these accusations are true, that's pretty bad and shit. But people coming out after the fact saying like, oh shit, well yeah, we know that nigga been doing that shit. What's worse, the fact that nigga doing it, or everybody sitting around letting them do it? Doing it is still worse. Off rip, not giving that no thought. Him doing it is definitely the problem. Okay, I got you. I just figured I'd ask, dog. Anything else we want to talk about before we get out of here? I know he was talking about the Pistons.
The Pistons about to be in Las Vegas and shit.
You really think that though?
Hell yeah.
All right, well you heard it here first.
Yep, you heard it here first. Dude trying to move the team to Vegas. That's why he don't give a fuck about them losing 20.
That's why
25. And not only losing 20 straight, losing by like 30.
Right.
In every freaking game. You know what I mean?
Lose by 30 in the fourth quarter.
Look at that
roster. At the end of the third quarter, lose by 30 in the fourth quarter.
And look at their roster. Like, nobody that shit makes sense. Nobody can shoot. None of that shit makes sense. Dude that had 8 first-round draft picks.
Mm-hmm.
He traded Sadiq Bey.
Mm-hmm.
He traded Sadiq Bey, okay, for James Wiseman.
Another big man who can't shoot.
When he already had 3 big men on the roster that can't shoot.
That can't shoot, right.
Let me get another big man on the roster that can't shoot and send away one of my shooters and shit. Fire this man. And the only reason he hasn't been fired is Gore's want to move the team to Vegas.
You really think that?
I really think that.
Now that you have brought
the way
it
he
up,
explained it,
now the way you explain it, I can see that actually happening now.
I really think that.
I think it's crazy because you still got one of the more expensive franchises.
Yeah,
because you bought it for 300. You bought it for 380, 385. Now it's worth $3 billion.
Yeah,
you made your investment.
Yeah,
you made it back already. So yeah, moving it to Vegas might be the way. I'm actually starting to agree. I'm coming over to your side on this, man. And I'm a diehard Pistons fan, but
hey, what do you think that'll do for us though? If you move that motherfucker, like
I mean, I think if they do move, I think we eventually get another.
Eventually,
it'll be like the Cleveland Browns, right?
Yeah.
They left Cleveland, went to Baltimore, won a motherfucking Super Bowl, and then 3 years later, Cleveland got another team and shit, right? Yeah. It'll be some bullshit like that.
That'd be wild if that shit really happened.
I can see it happening.
The Pistons are such an iconic NBA team. There's only the Lakers, the Celtics, the Warriors, the Bulls,
Pistons,
and one other team that's won more championships than the Pistons.
Yeah, okay.
So only like a handful of teams.
That shit would just be weird as hell to not have a Detroit basketball team.
That'd be weird. Yeah,
screwed up.
Weird as fuck.
But I guess the groundwork would have been put in when he got rid of the Palace, moved into LCA.
Because now he ain't tired of shit. He renting.
Yeah, you renting space.
Yeah, because even when you leave, the Red Wings still be there.
What?
Yeah, I can see it happening. Yeah, I hate shit.
That's wild.
Yeah.
The Palace was fun. The Palace was, I mean,
I want to disagree with you so bad. I want to disagree with you so bad, but I can't.
What if that was the long game? Like, that's the whole reason he did it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you mean from day one?
Yes, that's why we don't never hear from the dude. You know what I mean? He came out, 2 weeks ago and said something. Oh, no, it's not panic time. We're not concerned or anything. Because everything going just like he planned it.
From day one.
From day one when he bought that shit.
Okay, I'm not tripping. I'm not disagreeing with you. Honestly, you have.
I could be totally wrong.
You have brought me over to your side.
But how crazy would that be, though?
I'm just saying, man.
You talk about somebody being pissed.
Yeah,
because Vegas getting all that.
That's a shrewd business move.
First, they got the hockey team, right?
Yeah,
and then they got the Raiders. You know, and the hockey team won the championship. Then they got the Raiders, right? Yeah. So everybody's like, okay, so a team can be viable in Las Vegas. Okay, bet. So now it's rumors about the Oakland A's or whatever moving to Vegas and shit, right? So now they got a baseball team. What's missing?
They left is football.
Basketball.
Basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I hate that I gotta agree. I can't argue against your logic.
Like I could be totally wrong, man. Right? I could be off base.
Detroit without the Pistons.
This city
Las
with
Vegas.
People.
That don't even sound right.
I don't even think he probably come up with
change the name.
Las Vegas Aces or some shit. Some shit
that
they were gambling.
The Road Runners.
Yeah.
Damn. Detroit with no Pistons. God.
People here would be pissed. People here would be pissed.
I ain't been to a Pistons game since they played at the Silverdome.
And we shouldn't go to one because them niggas is horrible.
Right. Yeah,
well, that is the difference between a Detroit crowd and anybody else around the country. Mm-hmm. We are not going to spend our money on junk.
Yeah.
That's one thing we do.
Unless it's
guard.
But
we do guard our money. Like when the Tigers are bad, you don't see anybody in the crowd. Red Wings are bad, you don't see anybody in the crowd. Right. The same thing with Pistons. Lions, they sold out.
People still go to Lions. It's been something about the Lions. I don't know.
For sure. Damn, that shit wild.
Dang, you brought me over the other side.
I'm saying, man.
I'm curious as hell now.
I think he's trying to get him to Vegas.
Damn. I wonder how soon that some shit like that could happen though.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But look,
I'm gonna tell you what, though, that's a hell of an investment though. This nigga made $3 billion off that shit.
The only people that's passionate about the team is the people here in Detroit. Right? And actually, don't nobody give a fuck about the Pistons. They don't care where they go and shit. So other owners wouldn't care, right? Because if you move to Vegas, that's gonna make them more money.
Right. Because Vegas look like the move now. Yeah. Damn. Shout out to the Raiders who broke that shit open.
So there's no Santa Claus either, huh?
No Easter
Bunny. What do you mean ain't no Santa Claus?
No Santa Claus.
Gotta be a Santa Claus, dog.
Ain't no Kwanzaa Claus.
Kwanzaa Claus. All right, dog. We about to get out of here because niggas been sipping way too hard. You see all the bourbons and whiskeys we got in front of us.
We have had a sip of everything.
Yes, we had some of everything. So those are the episodes that are coming up.
Got a nice dent and everything.
It is, we've been hitting that shit. Yeah. So make sure that you do check out new episodes every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, dog. I think the next one that comes out will probably be the chicken cock. Chicken cock is the one that comes out this Wednesday.
That's the one you like?
Actually, I like
that.
I like the Crown Royal. I don't like the cock. I don't like the cock. All right, you motherfuckers are drunk. All right, so that's coming out next week, dog. Right before Christmas, dog. Then we got the rest of them coming up after that. I think the favorite for me would be either one of the two, the Evan Williams 12-year or the Crown Royal 101 or 103 rather. I think those are my two favorites. So be sure to make sure you check us out every Wednesday. Like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel so you get notified every time we upload new content. I think the happy hour is done for the night because I'm done for the night. So we up out here.
Yeah,
if you're watching right now, again, on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. All right. That's it. We about to get out of here. I ain't even gonna tell you I'm gonna drink no more. I'm about to finish this one. I'm about to go lay down. To the next time, you already know what it is, man. This is the BBW happy hour, dog. Make sure you check again Wednesday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, dog. To the next time, got my man's Angry Principal off camera.
Drink what you like, how you like.
Got my man Bo in the building.
I'll say.
And of course, man, it's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205, man. Peace out, y'all. Oh, so you about to go to Vegas over there. That's wild.
I can't even argue with
That's wild.